I've been practicing for 25 years. I'm going to explain to you what Florida probate rules are, beginning with one of the most interesting ones, Florida Probate Rule 5.025, Adversary Proceedings. If you don't know what this is and you're involved in probate, particularly if you're a practitioner, you get it wrong, you lose big. Here's the deal. 5.025 governs adversary proceedings. If you got a claim against an estate, owe you money, you got a contract, there's something else about the will. If you don't know how this works, you're out of luck. Here's the deal. Here's what's required. After an objection is filed, you got to go outside into another proceeding and file this adversary thing. You can't be treating it like casual probate procedure, and this is where even experienced probate practitioners get hung up because they haven't done it, even in decades worth of practice. It's got to be done outside in another case. It's kind of a tricky step that's inefficient, because I think in many cases the next step in the adversary proceeding should be to consolidate that independent action and bring it back within probate court. I think the rule should be amended, because in the vast majority of cases, the probate judge needs to understand what's happening in the adversary proceeding, because oftentimes it's bad conduct on the part of the personal representative or other people involved. Teeny tiny universe of appellate court cases that explain what this rule does, that explain how the adversary proceedings actually work. And one that I emphasize here is the state of Arroyo, 2017. In that case, a property was improperly permitted to intervene. Defenses were raised improperly. They were not properly litigated in front of the probate court. But that's where Rule 5.025 is wrong. You get everything mixed up in here. I think the proper practice is to always file notice of related cases. That way nobody can ever say that in the probate court they didn't know what was going on. In the adversary court, independent, they don't know what's going on. So you file them both and then you move to consolidate them. That's the issue, and that's where the rules on their surface don't really explain the real world impact and exactly what's going on. But you take these two things together, the rule, independent action, probate court, notice of related action, motion to consolidate the cases. That's how they really work together. That's how they interplay in real practice.